Assalamualaikum and hello, we are from Group 1 and we are going to present about feed store.
Introduction. Nutrition and feed are essential foundation in livestock development for all breeders around the world. Feed is a significant source of protein in animal nutrition diet. The production of selected ingredient is carefully blended to provide good nutrition to maintain animal health and improve final product such as meat, milk or egg. Various types of animal feeds need excellent and proper storage. Therefore, feed storage is crucial to maintain quality and quantity so that it's not easily damaged and can use for a long time in farming. Definitions. Food storage is the process of storing raw materials and mixture material of feed in a process condition for long-term use without allowing microorganisms to enter or multiply. Objective. At the food level, enabling different use of harvested agricultural products. At the farming level, ensuring the availability of seed for the next crop cycles. At the farming industry level, providing a regular and continuous supply of raw material to the processing industry. At the marketing level, balancing supply and demand of agricultural products, thereby stabilizing market price. Characteristics. The feed storage should be easily to clean. The feed storage should be protected from rodents, birds, and other animals. The feed storage should be waterproof and airtight, so the bacteria do not termite the feeds until it becomes moldy and damaged. The feed storage should be located conveniently from where the feed gains can be easily issued and transported. Contents, procedures, techniques, and application. There are many problems that will occur during feed storage. Some deteriorations in storage is unavoidable. Ingredients should be stored for as little time as possible, and compounded feed should be used as soon as possible, particularly in tropical climates. The type of ingredient determines the storage process. 1. Building. Do provide secure storage structure building that can be adequately locked. 2. Roof. Protect feed from rain and surface water cannot enter the store. 3. Ventilation. The entry point should be low if facing the prevailing wind and hide it opposite sides. Window is not recommended. 4. Entry point. Entry point must mesh to prevent from any birds, rats, and insects. 5. Floor. Sweep the floor and wall as routine basic to keep the straw clean. Spill, liquid, solid and broken bag or container must be cleaned up before new material are placed in the clear area of the store. It must clean first. Expired date. All stocks materials need to be put in the front of new deliveries because the oldest must be used first to avoid expired, especially when the feed bags container are opened. 7th. Label. All ingredients must be labeled clearly to avoid the wrong use because some ingredient looks very similar. 8. Raw materials. Check the raw material after arrive the store and do not accept the damp and moldy as well as infected with insect. 9. Feed pallet. Do not let the pallet at the outside wall of the store and direct from the floor, usually 6 to 9 inch from the wall. 10. Staff. The staff are not allowed to eat or smoke in the feed store to avoid any contamination. They also need to follow the SOP in the store or facilities.
Now we go to storage guideline for bag feeds. The first guideline is the feed needs to be stored in cool, dry and well ventilated area. The feed stock for each farm needs to use the system first in first out principle to prevent feed spoilage. Next guideline is the feed needs to keep from having direct contact with damp floor. Stack bags neatly on pallet, and when stacking back, leave at least 18 inches between the walls and upright spots. This allows for trap or bed box cleaning and positioning. This also prevents feed from being harmed by condensation on the wall and allow for proper airflow around the bag. Besides that, the feed needs to separate and clearly mark various types. It is particularly important not to mix medicated and non-medicated feed bags. Before storing feeds in the warehouse, the plastic wrap needs to remove first from feed skids. This improves the airflow around the product and reduce the risk of moth. Control of rodents or insects also is one of the important guidelines. When not in use, lock the exterior door, place bait or bait box or traps along the inside and outside walls. Clean up any spilled feeds right away and throw away any broken bags as soon as possible. Bad drains area which serve as breeding ground for most insects should be eliminated. Last guideline is about handle bags just as much as is required and with cautions. Pellets diets are meant to be long lasting, but they are not indestructible. Abuse of the feeds will increase the dust content, resulting in low water quality and a loss of to the farmer. Okay, now example ways to store feeds and protect from nature. The first example is proper storage. Why need proper storage? Because to avoid from the feed loss, we must store the feeds properly. The direct sunlight to the feeds can reduce the quality of the feed, so feed must be stored in full covered area with proper ventilations. Next example is metal trash can. It can be used to avoid from squirrels, rodents or insects. Metal trash can have a secure lid. The insect or squirrel will get a difficult time to chew through metal. Plastic drum also is one of the example. The plastic drum have a tight fitting lids. The pest still can chew the plastic, but it will take time for them to chew the plastic drum. Farmer able to save the feeds without spending their money to buy other storage material. Lastly is about the silo. Many farmers have used silo for years for the purpose of storing feeds. The pest still can get in the silo. However, it is made from metal that can make a little difficult for uninvited pests to get in. Tips for correct feed storage. This tip is very important to farmer to keep feeds from spoiling and for a long time. First is distance from farm. The feed store needs keeps distance from farm to a minimum. And for the second tip is about storage facilities. It provide protection from the sun and rains. Example, keep the feet off the ground to avoid more spoilage and ground condensations. Next step is about the storage condition. Poor storage will reduce the shelf life of the feeds through loss of critical nutrients such as vitamin, essential fatty acids and antioxidants. This will lead to reduced growth and higher mortality due to poor animal health. Temperature is one of the tips because the temperature and the relative humidity of the air can also have tremendous influence on the condition of the feeds. Overheating can have a major impact on the nutritional value of the feed store, in which case protein may be broken down or fats may become rancid. For the last tips is feed handling. It's always necessary to check the date of feeds manufacture and how the feeds has been handled prior to and during transport.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am here to explain some recommendation that I think could be done in order to improve the quality and durability of feed during storage period. The first one is to provide guidelines or principles to the staff and workers so that they could practice good management of the feed. When the feed is first arrived at the facility, it should be stored as soon as possible in an appropriate manner, including being stored off the ground 6 to 9 inches away from the walls at suitable temperature and humidity in the storage and with the exclusion of any pests. When storing the feed, it must be marked accordingly to ensure easy tracking later on. This is because with a complete inventory tracking system allows the workers to be aware of those feed expiration dates by following the manner of first in first out, where old feeds should be cleared before using newly arrived feeds. Other than that, the workers are able to utilize the feeds within the best consumption date, as the longer the storage period, the lower the quality of the feeds that could cause nutrient deterioration. For example, like Malaysia that is located within tropical zone, ground ingredients and compounded dry feeds can be stored for 1 to 2 months, vitamin mixes for up to 6 months, frozen materials for 2 to 3 months, and so on. Thus, it is vital for feed storage facility workers to be more aware of the expiry date set by feed manufacturers. According to good animal husbandry practice, do not feed the livestock with feeds that are spoiled and over expiry date. Furthermore, in the effort of keeping the facility clean, the feed storage facility should be cleaned thoroughly once to 2 months to ensure absolute hygiene condition. In a nutshell, Animal feed is an essential factor in the growth of animal diets. Therefore, to take care at the place of animal feed storage must be emphasized to prevent disease and any impurities to ensure the farm's cleanliness and raise animals according to good animal husbandry practice. Feed storage that is appropriately managed according to the standard of operation is one of the good agricultural practices in the farm.
Thank you for your attention.